My name is Tsapang. I'm born Bushielo, later changed to Skosana, no questions asked. I am originally from Whiteville. The East Strand! I'm originally from the East Strand. Tebbles is a mother, first and foremost. I'm a sister. I'm a friend. And I'm a lover of life. A lot of people, when they see me or meet me, they say free spirit. I have no idea what that is, but if it suits me, I am a free spirit. But honestly speaking, on a serious note, I am a survivor. I'm not a victim. I'm a survivor of a whole lot of things. I growing up, peer pressure, it made me think, okay, I love going out, AMs and coming back. No. It turns out I really don't. I honest to God, don't. I don't like a lot of people. I don't like loud music. I don't like getting drunk late and not knowing how to come back home, So I'd rather come home with my bev, sit down, drink, take off my clothes, and sleep. That way you listen to your own music. You can change if you don't like the song. You stand there. You don't even like the song. You don't have a choice. Maybe a nice one is coming up next. Do you understand? So yeah, I did nursing because initially I wanted to be a vet, né? But then I later, because of Max school, you're a horrible person.
Mhm.
I remember I picked up a snail, and I was like, I'm going to nurse it back to health. I don't know what the hell happened to that snail. I don't know what happened. And now that I'm older, I heard they do black magic guts on, but I wanted to be a vet. And then my uncle bought me a dog. I'm not sure if he bought it or he stole it, but he ended up giving me a puppy. And the puppies, I named it Snoopy. Snoopy stayed in the house even after she had kids. She was still my little baby. And then until she died. But everything that Snoopy had, I remember Kinga Tweezer going through Snoopy's fur, and I found this bubble. And I picked it up. Got Tweezer, and I was like, I'm a vet, And then I and then I wanted to be a social worker because I wanted to change people's lives. And then my mother died. At the age of 11, my mother died. I was 11, not her. I'm trying to lighten the mood. And then she died. And then, honestly, till this day, I don't know what killed my mom. And I think that's how I got into, I wanted to be a nurse. I'm very lazy. I could have been a doctor. I'm very lazy. I was like, oh, Anyek. 7 years, me. I am not doing that. But hey, I went into nursing because I wanted to nurse abo mama bamanye abantwana, because I don't know ukuthi la bekakhona bamphathe kanjani, but I get to change people's lives. And then I came into radio.
How did you go from nursing to radio and entertainment? Because that's quite a jump.
Right? That's like jumping one ship. I jumped
take us through how did that happen?
So I jumped from one ship, the health sector, to the entertainment industry. So what happened is I've been applying. I lived at a place called Gembakspreet. And Gembakspreet, there's a DJ. His name is DJ Tlink. DJ Tlink, Gembakspreet, this small village, Everybody knows everybody. Everybody knows everybody's business, And then DJ Tlinky is everybody's god when it comes to technology, So I told him, Tlinky, I want to do radio. He's like, radio? I'm like, mm-hmm. He's like, so I'm a number of this radio station. I called him, like, no, language barrier. I'm a number of this radio station. They're like, no, you live too far. I'm like, what the hell? And then this particular radio station where I worked, the owner actually called me. I didn't call him. He called me. And believe it or not, my interview was like an hour over the phone. And in that hour, I was already hired, asked what slot I wanted, and asked for my email address because they're going to email me the contract. In that hour that I spoke to him on the phone, he's like, you're perfect, And it was, I think it was August, September when that started. And I was required to send in my picture. I still went to work. Something about nursing is this. Right? They have this thing, you just got here. And, so there was a minor bullying situation there. I wasn't happy at all. I was not happy at all. Because I can't really back chat you. I can't really tell my fellow colleague who's my age, but you can't talk to me like that. I remember this one incident, this one incident that happened. And I had bathed the patient wrong, né? And she just started screaming at me. She's my age. And then immediately I got to go scream. Marapuma from the room, your patient where I was. Her and her friend high-fived and they laughed about it. And I realized, oh, that's the situation. So I started really focusing on this radio thing, you know? And I stayed, go, wherever I was working, I stayed. And after signing the contract, sending the contract and everything, I still stayed because I think the radio station opened in November. Ne? I remember one day I refreshed the browser, ne? And I saw my face and I literally just screamed. I was working night shift because the first thing that I thought of was, I'm getting the hell out of this place. You know, that's the first thing that I thought of. The second thing was, it's really me. You know, it was written my time slot. It was written the name of my show, my name, my face was there for everyone to see. And then come the day I'm supposed to do the radio station, the show, I cried. I remember saying, oh, good morning, Sanwanali. But yeah, it landed on my doorstep.
And when you got the good news that you're going to be having a radio show, who's one of the first people you called, if you can remember?
Honestly, I didn't call anybody. I sent people a link. Because if I told you, you wouldn't believe me. I mean, from NES to, how is that possible, sir? I didn't really call anybody. Honestly, I didn't call anybody. When I got the news, I didn't call anybody. When I refreshed, I literally just screamed. I cried and I went on WhatsApp and I forwarded the link to my aunt, to my uncle, to my sisters. You know, I literally just forward. And a lot of people are like, congratulations, we'll support you. Congratulations, we'll support you. Believe it or not, those congratulations will support you were there for the first 2 weeks. After that, it was literally just strangers. And even today, as much as they support my family, my aunt, my uncles, my father, I have a dad. I do. I think my dad thinks I work on eggshells, but yeah, I have a dad. So they're supportive, but the rest, I can't believe you're going to do this.
Now, that transition between being a nurse and being a radio host, how was that like for you to transition? Was it an easier thing to do?
Okay. I can't believe I'm doing this with you, sis. For me, it was easy. Why? In nursing, you stand. You spend most of your time on your feet. You are on your feet half the time, you know? And when I left second and varicose veins, you know? So it was very easy because I was going to be working from 12 hours to 3 hours. And I'll be sitting down in that 3 hours. As much as it required me to wake up at 2. Because remember, I lived far. I had to travel 2 hours every morning. I lived very far, you know. So I woke up at 2, took a bus at 3, got here at 5:30, got to 5, and then 6 o'clock, because it was 6 to 9 at first. And then as time went on, it changed from 6 to 7 to 9 to 10, you know. But still, I had to wake up early. I had to prepare. I had to, you know. So I think for now, radio was easier because I was sitting. And as much as I used to work with people in nursing, they'd tell me, oh, thank you. Ne? In radio, you get inboxes, you get email, you get flowers and chocolates. I'll tell you that story. You get flowers and chocolates, you know, you get all sorts of things. I remember this one incident that actually, I was at a mall, and a certain mall, and I was walking. I always have headsets on. When you meet me, when you see me, I'm always wearing headsets, and a very loud song is playing. So I hardly hear because I'm very self-conscious. And this lady, man, she's old. She came up to me and I'm not gonna say pet me because like I get shocked. Don't pet me or petted me. So please, angwata. And I was like, hi. She's like, hi, how are you? I'm fine. Where are you going? I was like, no, get Pick n Pay. I don't know, it's fine. I went into Pick n Pay and she was chatting like, ah! And I'm like, oh my God, I've got my own problems. And I got all up, babe. And this is like, let's get a liquor store. And I'm like, ah! Inside. But outside, I was like, oh, okay. No, I don't mind. And she's like, what do you drink? Take out my stuff. I'm like, oh, this is what I drink. I'll just take 2 of it. She says, Pagati, I can't not buy. Even if it's going to take me off budget. But I'm thinking, I mean, you know? She's like, no, take the whole tray. And I'm thinking, okay, this has to be some angel. Yeah? Ujesu tumele Michael Angel, good come bless this child. So yeah, and she took me home. She bought me lunch. She bought me Bev, and she brought me home. And as I'm getting off, I'm like, where do I know you from? She's like, no, I listen to your radio station. I listen to your radio show every morning. And I'm realizing, good, as much as we think you don't have problems, you actually do. You just don't show it. And you give us hope. And I was like, oh, thank you. So yeah, I love it.
By your fan. It's lovely.
My tablets.
All right. So now, before we get into you podcasting, can you tell us a bit about the radio journey? Do you think that's still something you're willing to explore, or where are you
honestly
in that space at the moment?
Like, it wasn't fair, you know. And right at the end, it just was fucked up. I'm allowed to say that, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
And now, with that unfair treatment, do you think there's anything you could urge other young women out there on what to look out for when they go out there in the world looking for these job opportunities?
Bon, my biggest mistake was trying to prove myself, you know, over and over and over again. Like, I tried to prove myself. I tried being somebody that I was not, you know. I could never voice out, but why did you say I'm less of a woman? You know, why did you say I've got mental health issues? Voice out, speak out. If you don't like what's happening, if you don't like how they're treating you, you know, I was silent. I was like, you know what? Eventually, they're going to see my potential. Yeah. But one thing that I missed is this: if they don't see your potential from the start, they're most probably never going to see your potential. You know, I realized I'm being undermined when somebody looks at me because I come across as that, ne? I'm loudy, papa, I'm hyperactive, also people say. So when you look at me, you think I'm stupid. I'm actually not. You are seeing what I choose for you to see. Behind all this is actually a very strong woman, an extremely strong woman. I survived rape. I survived abuse. I'm a survivor. Hence I said I am a survivor, you know? So what my previous employer was not doing is he wasn't respecting me. And he was I am helping you out. It wasn't we are helping each other out. Yeah. You understand? It was, you need me, I don't need you. You are replaceable. You understand? So when I was like, you know what, I'm fuck this shit. I'm walking. I decided right after meeting or something, and attitude they went and I said, I realized that respect is not there. So ladies, when you go job hunting, especially for the DJ, don't let somebody lower you as a human being, your personality. Be true to who you are. Mm-hmm. If you are as loud as me, be loud. Don't let somebody out can you call botolong and go, is it suppress, compress? You're not suppress you. You know, if you are hyper, be that. And if you are not happy, walk. Something better might be coming, you know. Something might be on the way. True to that, you know. If you feel like the respect is not served, walk. If you feel like you're not getting what you actually signed up for, walk. If you feel like you have to beg for the job, walk. I was never allowed to point out my boss's flaws, ever. He was allowed to say whatever he wants, and I was never allowed to say, no, but you're wrong, you know, because he'd be mad, snap, and that's it. You know, so I was like, no, I can't do this. That's why you're treating us like zombies, because you think and just, yes, we've been quiet, but it's time we spoke. So speak out. And if you can't speak out, if you're not free, it's not for you. But don't let anybody stop you. Hamzala, you can be anything. Oprah. She's not even married. I'm just saying.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
So now we go from nursing, then radio,
then podcast.
Tell us now about Tebbles Says. When was that light bulb moment for you to say, okay, now that radio is not going to work out? How do you?
I don't know why you're asking me this, because you don't want to be part of it. So I have this friend of mine. He goes by Podcast South Africa on TikTok, or Leo Tanya, right? I met him, I think, my second week in radio. I met Leo, and we just hit it off. Because I could see, I see him every day. I hosted a live here TikTok. And every day I was on TikTok live, he'd be the first one there. And he'd stay. He used to, not anymore, until he got his own girlfriend. He used to stay. So he'd stay from K6 until K9. He was always there. And then one day he was like, you know what? I like your show. And we were talking, got it DMs that TikTok. And I'm like, you know what? I trust this guy. I sent him my numbers. I'm like, dude, I'm not always on TikTok. The minute it gets, plus imunya data straw. You. I wasn't doing that. Dude, the minute I walk out of studio, I'm no longer on TikTok. Here's my numbers. And he would call me every morning. Every day, and I'm phoning like have a briefing of, you know what, I liked this, I liked that, I liked this, I liked that. And then ever since. Anyways, we talked. And then when I decided to quit, the first person I decided to tell, he doesn't know this, but before I told anybody what my next plan is, I told people I think I'm going to resign. But the first person I told was him. I resigned. What do I do next? He was like, how about you do this? And I was like, yay, yes. Okay, and what is the name? And he was like, don't take this the wrong way. Tell me what you think. But what about Tebbles Says? And I was like, okay. And then like things started rolling and rolling. I got into podcast solely because of him. He's the one who bought me the chocolate and the roses when I was sick. Remember I said, yes. I remember I had a toothache. I didn't come to work for 2 weeks. Next thing you know, I came to work and there was a book. Shame, man, I still have the picture. I'm going to send you the picture. You must put it so people can see this picture. Yeah. Oh, and there was a card, a bouquet, and chocolates. And it was like, welcome back. We missed you. I still have the card. We missed you. And I'm like, oh my God.
Nice guy.
Is he nice? I don't know. Next question.
All right. So now with the podcast, what can people look forward to on your Tebbles Says podcast? And then what message do you want to put out there with the podcast? Apart from obviously the hardships you've been through on radio, what can people look forward to on Tebbles Says, and who can come to the podcast, and what can people look forward to?
We've been saying, what can people look forward to? What can people look forward to? Go Tebbles Says. Well, if you watch the promo, it says we are going to be navigating through life. So if you have a brother that you want to atlogele, me, I'm going to go out there and hunt out survivor ya Nyaupe. How did he come about eventually saying, you know what, I quit? We are going to look for somebody whose child died because of Nyaupe. So if you don't stop, this is what you're going to get. I mean, people are getting married. Have you seen? Left, right, and center. We are getting me. I speak, by the way, so you must invite me. You know, so we are going to be looking for Abu Mama Batala, who've been married for 46 years, who are going to tell us, Kuti, how do we move forward? You don't just give up, you don't just walk away, you know? And we are going to find a divorcee who's happily divorced, who will tell you, Bona, the best decision that I've ever made is walk away. Go and navigate through life. It's exactly that. We're going to find, I'm going to call him by his name, Life Coach Spoo. I'm allowed to, Masakar. He's going to tell you how to do this LinkedIn, and he's going to tell you how to prepare for the interviews. We are going to go out there and actually hunt everyday people. It's not going to be about celebrities, and no, it's about everyday people. Bona, if uthebate unesqhitho ene bathi mele kusangoma, mina ngiyasifuna lelo sangoma leyo ngibuza ukuthi eze azongitshela ukuthi, so how do we come about this creed? So, you know, we've been seeing pictures, people bakubetsidi chalete and bones on Facebook. It's trending. Have you seen it? I will send you pictures. You must put it. It's trending. On social media, it's there. We are going to find somebody who's going to tell us what is that and why was it done and how is it undone. It's not a blana. There is no cultural thing. There is no Christianity thing. It's just everyday life with everyday people. But Mina, now we'll be talking. I did say I'm a rape survivor, right? People want to know, how did you survive? Because I can't survive it. Honestly speaking, now today I'm going to say to you, Angas, I don't know how I made it, but I did. And how I'm moving forward, I say this. The best revenge in life is success. You have an ex-boyfriend who says, be successful. Angakuzwa ukuthi bathi bowula nangiyalapha, you know. So yeah, is it gonna be successful? It's gonna be extremely successful. But speak life into whatever you want. So
I like that. All right, besides being a radio host and a podcaster, now you're also a DJ.
I'm not very perfect with my DJings. Leave me alone.
We need to know
Yes.
how's that journey like for you? Do you still DJ? Are you taking a break from that?
No. I want to perfect my craft. And I've got a friend who I also met via my radio gig. His name is Slomo. Slomo is coming to teach me every Sunday to perfect my craft. So Nami, just like you saw Gogo's Koteni, I'll have that photo shoot with my headphones and saying DJ Tebbles. I don't know what. So wait, what's so unique about me? The talking one. I hope I'll play the music and not talk. I hope I'll play the music and not talk, but yeah. And then I'm also emceeing. And I'm also a motivational speaker. I won't motivational speak here. No, I won't.
But December is coming up. Can people book you for those events?
Yes. You can book me. You can call Leo. He will put up his number. See that number on the screen. You must call him, book me. I'll be there. Do I charge? I do. I charge. A lot? Not really. But you do know we have to live, right? And I mean, that's all I'm going to say. But yeah, I'm a motivational speaker. Hence, I said to you, like snippet, taste. I said to you, the best revenge in life is, I'm very nervous and I think I'm hot and now I'm starting to be fidgety, but it's fine. Don't mind that. Hence, I said to you, the best revenge in life is success, right? No matter how bad things may seem, you can do this. You need to tell yourself that you can do this. We can call the priests, we can call the prophets, we can call the world. But if you don't believe how you can do this, then it's really a waste of time, right? And now going back to my motto, the best revenge in life is success. You know when they say, Agna lazo ya corner, looking at me, I've had so many people say to me, I will never be anything. My previous job, they said I'm nothing without them. And I'm going to be very successful, just to show them, Guti, they were never there when I was made. I am not defined by them. You know? Tyler Perry says it's not what people call you that you answer to. And Tebbles says, the best revenge in life is success. I'm going to be so successful. Those who hate me will want to be in my presence. That's what I tell myself. How am I going to be successful? It doesn't matter. I will be successful. They will know my name. They will see my pictures. So now you tell yourself that this whole self-pity thing, it doesn't work at all. Feeling sorry for yourself. Yes, we are allowed to do that at night. You know, when nobody can see you, where you're not wearing your bra and your tight clothes and you're in bed and you look horrible and you actually cry, you're allowed to have a pity. But when the sun rises, so should you.
No, that's wonderful. You've name dropped quite a few people in your talk. You mentioned the likes of Tyler Perry, Oprah Winfrey. Are there any other people out there that you look forward to as sort of like your role model or for your role?
I look up to Lyra. And I love Lyra's music. Why? Lyra doesn't have songs like, I've got money, bitch, the only thing that she talks about is positivity. And just like her name, Lerato, she speaks about love. Everybody's going to say, we know this. But the top of my head, I can name 10 songs that I say, you know what? I love them. There's Magube Njalo. Something inside so strong. I didn't. I didn't say it. Anyways, Magube Njalo, something inside so strong. My eyes. Nyazi Fela. Dance. There's a song airing, Dance of Life. I don't know if you know it. She talks about love, but in a different way. You're my partner in the dance of life. So I love Lyra. She sings positivity, believer, soul in mind, company, typical. She never says just negative in her song.
Yeah.
Even with her hamba, she doesn't say, I'm sakfuni, you bad, you stink. She says, no, I'm tired, so you can leave. So Zala, when I found out Gucci she was sick and when I heard her first interview after, I cried. I was like, oh my God. Because my aunt taught her. I have to mention that. My aunt taught her in primary school. Egu Kanyan in primary school, my aunt taught her. But honestly speaking, I love her and I own every CD of her. Every DVD that she's ever made, I have. I am a Lyra fan.
Beautiful. So now we know what you're like as a work person, as someone who's selfless. What is Tebbles like? What does she do for fun? What does she do to unwind?
I drink my bev. But I do. Yes.
Anything active?
No, man.
Any holiday
Listen, I don't drink
destinations?
Bev. Wait. I read. I'm a reader. I love books, but not hardcover. I love those EPUBs. We call them EPUBs, ebooks.
What's the latest book you read, or one that sticks out, even though it was an older book that you read?
I love those frictions. I love those books where it's
Science
not really
fiction.
happening, but I'm obsessed with Sandy Lynn and Gula Malanga. She's on the Kind Brothers, dude. Like every Kind brother, like Christian, Nathan, like every I imagine I'm the wife, I'm the girlfriend, I'm like yes. So I read. I love music when I'm stressed, when I'm angry. I listen to music. When I'm hurt, I listen to music. I've got certain songs that I refer to. And I'm like, okay, this song. And my latest favorite, I know I said I love Lira, but my favorite song, or one, it's not latest, but it's my favorite song. It's Adele, I Drink Wine. There's a line where she says, I hope I learn to get over myself. Stop trying to be somebody else. And then there's another part where she says, everybody wants something from me, but you just want me. Dude.
Beautiful.
Yes.
No, thank you. Book lover, music lover, Bev lover.
Oh, and also, wait. I'm also one of those people who love dangerous dogs. I know, it doesn't make sense, ne? Like it doesn't. I don't understand both CBC and Hacker CBC. I mean those, and then they kappa you to the door whilst you kageza. I don't do that. I'm one of those pit bulls. I had ever since it's been me. I've had 3 pit bulls: Kamali, Kane, and Bruno. And when I had my baby, I was like, pitbull, toddler. So I tried out a Rottweiler. His name is Thunder, and I love him. I don't really love him when he's naughty, and he's naughty half the time. But I like him. He's like Last Bonya, like Kaya. They don't get along really with my daughter because supposed to like screaming, and Thunder likes jumping. So and she's very short. So we try by all means to keep them apart. But yes, so I'm a dangerous dog lover,
And in your next life, if you come back as a dog, is it a Chihuahua or a Rottweiler? Which one do you want to be?
I'm never going to be a Chihuahua. If I come back in my next life, I am not coming back as a Chihuahua. Why would you say Chihuahua? Why would you even suggest a Chihuahua? This guy, no, not a Chihuahua. I'm coming back as a pit bull. I've always had a black pit bull with white socks. That's what we call them, secret socks, ne? But I want to be a brown pit bull with a white eye patch and white secret socks.
That's a boxer pit bull.
I will be very vicious. I love vicious dogs, bro. To know I'm guarded. I'm as much as Gilly, this tough person. Deep down inside, I'm very fragile. Deep down inside, there's that little girl. My mother died. Deep down inside, believe it or not, my father disappeared for a couple of years after my mother died. So deep down inside, I'm still there. But yeah. So I feel like having that security of the dangerous dog, Z, and my aunt. My aunt is my rock. I hope when you send me the clip, you send me this. I'm going to cry, fuck.
That's beautiful. All right.
We didn't really get along. We didn't always get along. We had our ups and downs. But growing up, when you've grown, I'm crying with my chipped nail polish, but it's fine. I don't care. We had our differences. She was growing up, I was growing up. And now that we are older, I'm not going to say older. I refuse to be older. We've matured. Yeah, rather I say matured. We've matured.
You've made up.
We've made up, we've made peace, and she's become my rock. She has her own family. She has her own problems, but just talking to her, and my daughter adores her. My daughter thinks my aunt walks on water. I think she thinks she's the best thing next to Jesus. I love that she loves my kids and she loves me. It took her a very long time for me to understand, but she's my rock. If that woman had to pull out her car right now, everything would just disappear. So yeah, I love being protected. I love attention, man. Am I single? Yeah, I'm single.
Hey, no.
Am I married? I'm married. Do I have a boyfriend? I do.
Zonke boy.
But one thing about me is I'm very independent. So if you're in a relationship with me, you must be ready because I'm going to work out you.
No, that's beautiful.
Yes. Okay, so I'm a mother. I did say I'm a mother. I'm a mother of 2, a teenager and a toddler. They're showing me flames, my friend. My teenager is at a stage where he's dating. And he thinks, yeah,
The world
he's
is his
always
oyster.
right. He thinks he's always right. He thinks I'm trying to ruin his life.
You're
But I
not
remember
cool.
when he came to me.
You're not a cool mom. He wants you to be a cool mom.
But I am, though. I'm the coolest mom ever. Why do I say that? I remember when he came to me with his first heartbreak.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he was like, this chick broke my heart. I was like, what happened? And he was like, no, she told me she likes me. And then next thing you know, the following day I saw her with this guy. I was mad on his behalf. I was like, wait, what? What? She did that to you. She's got some nerve. It took everything in me not to fetch him to Morocco school, just to look at this chick and say,
How dare you?
You know. So yeah, and then my toddler is just me times 10.
Uh-huh.
I feel like God just humbled me, like, you know, because I can handle me. I can't handle her. I have an off switch. Trust me. Believe it or not, there's somewhere where I go, and everything is just mellow. She does not have one. She didn't come with a manual. She didn't come with anything. Here's this lady who's just bossing us around. Like, she came in, boom, and now we have to what, you know?
She's the new boss. And how would you say your parenting style has changed from raising your oldest to now raising a girl? Are you softer now? Are you more protective now?
I think I'm tired. Like, with the oldest, I was very new. I told you it was teenage pregnancy. So I wanted my son to be, yes, it was teenage pregnancy. I see how you're looking at me. It was teenage pregnancy. I wanted my oldest to be straight, you know. He has to learn English. He has to go to multiracial schools. He has to go to private schools. And then came little Miss Thing, and I was like, oh, I'm tired. I need a break, you know. And with him, they're like, do you want a break? I'm like, no, I got this. He's mine.
You're sorted.
You know. And with her, I'm like, yo, like, does anybody want her? And believe it or not, nobody's like, yes, Bria. Everyone's like, no, thank you very much, Sishab. You know. So she's showing me flames, but I love them. I protect them. Yes, my oldest wants nothing to do with the spotlight. My youngest just wants the spotlight. She thinks she's the star. She doesn't know who the hell Tebbles is. She knows who she is.
And would you add more siblings for them?
I actually want one more. I do, a boy.
Okay.
Boys are calmer.
I see.
You know, so I want a boy just to close it off. And I've got 3 perfect number. And hopefully the boy will help raise the girl. Because isn't it when you have another one, the other one grows up? Because my son he was very spoiled. But the minute we brought this one, he's now matured, you know. And I hopefully, fingers crossed, if I get another one, he will help mature her and she will grow. But yeah, if I do have another one, I do. But if I don't, nakona go right, you know.
Cool stuff.
Children are not plannings. Children are God's blessings.
And then now tell us about your own upbringing and your own siblings. How many are you, Kohenu? And then how has that relationship been like for your siblings growing up and where you guys are now? And some of those challenges, how did they shape you as a mother and influenced you as a mother?
Like I said, I have 4 older sisters. What I did not say is 3 are from my mother's side, my mother. And the other one is from my father, Mamelo. Mamelo is from my father. And the 3 oldest are from my mother. So basically between my mother and my father, it's just me. I don't have blood sibling, meaning I don't have a sibling where I share both parents with, right? With Spiwe. I don't know, is it the age gap? Because we are 10 years apart. Like, she's 10 years older than me. I love my sister a lot. But we just don't get along. I want to say this, but at the same time, I don't. I'm a very loyal person. Extremely loyal. I'm so loyal to that extent, Jari. I can take your secrets to the grave, you know?
Yeah.
But Spiwe is not loyal. Spiwe says, don't tell me anything if you don't want me to tell the next person. You know? So that's what Naliena makes us fight. Because people, they always add, man. You know, they add flowers, they add curries, they add rajas, they add 6 guns. The story never comes back the same. You know? So she does not learn that. She does not understand that. You know? And I think in her, she has this mentality of, I'm older than you. And I have this mentality of, but if you're older than me, why are you behaving like a 10-year-old? So to bits, I adore her. I love her. I would literally come after you if you hurt her in any way. She knows that 2 years ago, 2020, she had a rift with people that called her names, and she was crying. I called her. I was like, she's like, oh, And I was like, you know what? I'm coming. I haven't spoken to her, I think, in 6 years by then.
Jeez.
And I went to see her, and I told her, listen here. Who said this? Tell me now. I'm going to go get them. No, it's fine. I comforted her. I was there for her. The minute she got okay with those people who were calling her names, she forgot to say, I'm there. Now me and her, the rift also it started again. So I'm like, you know what? If you're a people pleaser and you can't keep secrets, I'm not your person. But do I love her? I do. Mimi's that silent sister. That one where you don't know where she stands, ne? She stands with you and she's with you, and she stands with her when she's, she really does not know where she stands. I love her. We get along. We're fine. We just don't have that bond, And then there's Musa. Musa is just like me. She looks like me. She talks like me. She's very loud when we are in the same room. It's like, hey, so, But again, because there's an adult in between us, we really don't get along. Because me and her, we'd be talking on the phone and we'd be fine. But this adult would be calling her or whatever. And then Nali and I wouldn't be talking for the longest of times. Right?
Yeah.
And then there's Mamelo. Mamelo from my father's side. Mamelo is that ghetto person. She's very, I love my sister. I know her deep, dark secrets that I've never told anybody. And I won't tell anybody. Do we get along? We do. But not always. We wouldn't be siblings if we were friends every day. Eh?
Mm-hmm.
My son, my oldest son, loves her to bits. And if we don't get along, he tends to get to him.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But Mama, why?
Mm-hmm.
Mam Kulu was always there. Mam Kulu would come visit. Mam Kulu this, Mam Kulu that. To my son, Mam Kulu is a hero. This youngest one, she doesn't really see anybody. She thinks she's Queen of Sheba, for God's sake.
Yeah.
So yeah. How did it shape me? We all have different parenting styles because now they are all parents. Spira has 2, Mimi has 1, Gamiso, Mimi has 1, Musa has 2, Mamelo has 3, and I have 2. So I look at their different parenting styles. And I'm going to say this. With my son, I took my parenting style from Mamelo. Mm-hmm. Mamelo's oldest is a son. And I saw how she was harsh, but not as harsh. So I stole that. I'm like, oh, I like that, And then with my daughter, I took my parenting style from Musa. Musa is my third sister. Her oldest is a daughter, Naledi, and she was amazing with her, And I saw how gentle she was with her and how loving she was with her. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to do this. But it's not working on her at all. It's not. So I need something new. So I need to go back to and review my pages. and review my pages. Because I'm being very soft, and this one is like, oh, no, I don't do soft love. So I don't know. But yeah, my sisters, they're amazing. They're amazing people. I love them. Obviously, we wouldn't be siblings if we don't fight.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Mm-hmm. And would you say a lot of that rift and distance between you and your siblings was due to the fact that you guys lost your mother and at such an early age, so she wasn't able to play an active role? Or is it also to do with the fact that they themselves were sort of like on their own journeys and learning how to navigate life?
When my mother died, I was 11. My oldest sister was 21.
Mm-hmm.
The one in between. I'm talking about my mother's children now. And, take 4 girls, put them in a room and not have a leader, a solid leader. The person who is now trying to lead them, for me, is not leader enough because she had her differences with my mother. Listen, I don't believe if you don't like me, you would like my children. Mm-hmm. I don't believe if we don't get along, you'd get along with my children. So she had her differences with my mother, and I don't see her treating us the same. She wasn't treating us the same. So that also played a factor. And the factor, they grew up closer to that family, and I grew up with my father's side of the family. So we really do not know each other. That's what made me say to myself, no matter what happens, I'm going to stick my children together because I don't want to see this rift that is happening. I'm closer to Mamelo than I am to my sister from my mother's side. As much as we fight and sometimes you would swear we hate each other, but we are sisters. I know if I call her now and I cry, she will come here running to save me. You know, those ones, they will first ask Kore, how? Now she's calling us, now she needs us. You know, because asazani.
Yeah.
So sticking my children together is going to give my children the bond that my mother at that time couldn't. You know, if us together, we would have had an amazing bond.
Yeah.
Because my two older sister, they have a bond. They have a very strong bond. Nothing can separate them. You know, if Spray says me, you know, okay, it's me. That's because they grew up together. We didn't grow up together. I grew up Limamelo. We have our differences, yes. Do I love her to death? And if you heard her and she hates you, I hate you just. I don't care why she hates you. But Lynn, I'm there. I'm there on the hate. I hate you.
Beautiful. I see. Got you.
You understand? That's what I meant, Hakir. I'm a very loyal person. I am so loyal. When somebody is not loyal to me, it hurts. But obviously you can't force them. Hence, I decided to take my distance, like keep my distance and love them from a distance. Like, I love my sisters. Yes, but, you know.
Beautiful. Yes. And now with the two kids that you're raising now, who do you see following more in your footsteps? And tell us who.
My youngest. Dude, she's a superstar on her own. I think she thinks if I walk with her at the mall and people are like, Tebbles, I think in her mind they're screaming for her, not for me. They have no idea who I am.
She's the celebrity.
Yeah, she's like, I don't think of the celebrity mentality, Lloyd. Oh, but she's like, hi, how are you? You know, and she thinks the world just likes her and loves her. My oldest, not really. He hates it.
Mm-hmm. Is there a specific career you'd like to see him do, or you'd prefer for him to figure it out on his own?
You know what? My son is very sweet. He's very quiet. He's very gentle. So I'd want him first to be happy. He's been telling me, he's been blabbing about this military thing. I'm like, oh my God, they're just going to kill my baby. You know, because to me, he's the baby. But I'd want him to be a lawyer because he cannot stand up for himself. He's one of those, even if you hurt him, he just keeps quiet and walks away, you know? So being a lawyer is going to teach him to actually stand up for himself. Hey, military, I don't understand, but it's fine. He wants to do it. It's a career. Everybody does it, you know? Yeah. But I would prefer as a mother, I won't be a mother bear and go, no. But I would prefer for him to be a lawyer.
Beautiful.
And Nana, I would prefer for her to be a doctor, a gynecologist, to be exact. But yeah.
Or a podcast.
No. I'm not doing that.
She will be a media personality. No. A media mogul.
No. I wouldn't advise my children to come through this direction.
Yeah.
With the treatment that I've got and the things that I've experienced so far. I'd never say to my children, go do this.
You wouldn't wish it on them, I see.
Know? Yes. I wouldn't wish it on them.
Excellent.
I was raised by my grandmother, my father's mother. She's still alive. I called her on her birthday. I think everybody knows her. People call her Gogo Cool because she was telling me about, she's still alive. I'm very blessed to still have her. She did an amazing job raising us because if you go to her with your problems, she's 80 something. I'm not going to mention her age here. But if you go to her with your problems, she always has something to say. She's always going to tell you, no, don't do this, don't do that. Yeah. One thing she doesn't do, though, she doesn't keep it to herself. The minute you get out, somebody walks in like, you know? But I still love her. We were raised by our grandparents. We were not raised by our parents. My mother was at school. My father was teaching. I was raised by teachers. Don't ask. I was born into teaching. I was supposed to be a teacher, but I was like, oh,
I see.
No.
And on that note, how's your relationship with your father?
I adore him.
Daddy's girl.
I am, ne? But nowadays I'm trying not to be. Because one thing about my dad is he's very fast when it comes to he will beat you up and he won't be sorry about it, you know? Growing up, I used to do that. Like, one instant, I don't know if you can see it, I have this mark here. This other child we were playing. I didn't cry. girl waited, eh? I sat there, I was like, when you will find me, you will know me proper. I sat there, and as he was walking there by the corner, I was like, dude, run. And then I went, I was like, oh! It's like, what happened? And I told him, like, oh, it was still bleeding, né? But the blood was now dried out because it's been bleeding. And I didn't wash it. There was still dirt. I was like, I want to show him when you hurt me. And he went after him. That's how bad my father is. So I know he's very protective of me. And I try by all means not to bring the bad things to him.
Yeah.
I keep them to myself and I just, hi, daddy, how are you? You know?
He's quick.
He's very quick. He's extremely quick. He's one of those I react and I'll think later. You know? And all of them are like that. I say I've got fathers. I have my father, my dad, my biological father. And then I have I love that guy. My first school shoes he bought me. No, not my first school shoes. With his first paycheck, he bought me school shoes. I said it right. So I have Kolofelo, and he's very gentle. He's very loving. He's very gentle. He's very loving. He always listens. You know, he's always there when I need advice. When I'm like, what do I do? I'm like, Akfela, what do I do? He's like, no, you need to do this and this. You know. And then I've got Ubabum Kulwami, Moses Bushielo. We call him Bramos. He's one of those fun-loving people. He's the one who taught me music. You know? Nice. All those
DJ Moss.
You understand? So he's been like that forever and ever, and he taught us the love of music. And he's very protective of us. They're all very protective of us. Kulufelo, I feel he's more of that, no, don't do this. Let's be subtle about this. And my father, Moses, are like two hot plates, like, shh.
We go now.
You know, let's go, let's do this. But Moses first wants to know the facts. My father does not want to know the fact, you know. And then lastly, we have Leonard Gabuza. Leonard Gabuza is married to my aunt, Pez, my rock, my Buxton. He's married to my aunt, and he's also my father. Why? Because he's there. He's always been there. Like, I've lived with them before, and he was my dad through and through. So, yeah. Those are the people in my life. Oh, and I have another aunt. I don't want to not mention her. Just now she says I'm gwaleling her outside. I'm not gwaleling her. I'm bringing her in her name. Precious Mashazi. She's the one who taught Lira. I really spoke about her.
Yeah.
We are close, but we don't have that cool relationship. She's more cool with my older sister, and now I'm more cool with my Paxtina.
Yeah.
Yes, because my Paxtina is Gogo Rachadi to my daughter. She is my Mbogoto, you know, Amankla.
Amandala.
Send me your stories. Tell me how you need help. If I can help you physically, I will. If I can help you verbally, I will. Just don't ask for ridiculous things, eh? Don't, please. Like this other person who sent me a picture of, I was so mad. Like, there's like, hi. I'm like, hi. I try by all means, dude. I think everybody who's met me knows. I try by all means to get back to you on DMs. I'm like, hi, how are you? I'm fine. And this guy just decides, Mzala, to send his package. He's like, do you want it? And I responded, no, I don't. If God wanted me to have it, he would have given me my own. But he didn't give me mine. So it means I don't want it. But thank you very much for offering. It's fine. You can keep it.
Wonderful.
Understand? So if you guys just send me a request, this is our new journey. That chapter is closed. You can also find me on Facebook. It's Tebbles Kosana. It is that blue tick. Did you see? It has that blue tick. I think I busted Frank's eardrums. He's like. Yes, it's a Banks Kosana on Facebook. On Instagram, it's at Tebbles30. On TikTok, it's at Tebbles30. I don't use X, whatever. But if I do, when I do, it's at Tebbles_SKSN. Yes. Podcast South Africa at gmail.com. Podcast SA at gmail.com. Send me your stories, send me your request. Send me what topics you want us to cover. And then we will cover them. Trust me, I will go through the ends of the world just to find you answers. Remember to like, subscribe, and comment. And this is how I close it. Ladies and gentlemen, lebitso la ka ke tshepang Skhosana ska mosomosi ka motlang ikomogana na senkunza bukosana. Ke moredi wa boshelo bja tlala le marungo ba rungana ba kgantshana ba morata go bidiwa pen magola setebele. Lebitso la ka ke tshepang, but to you I am Tebbles. Until next week when I'm sipping wine in 4 weeks. I will post to Kyakai. Until next week. Adios.
Bye.